Hello and welcome to a special edition of the Baer Workshop. This is a wrap-up, check-in. I just got back from PAX West literally at 6 a.m. Eastern Time this morning. Took the train back home, took a nap for 4 hours, woke up, felt weird, got some work done. Now I'm doing a little bit of a stream before I go to work tonight for my actual job that helps pay for all of the fun extra stuff that I do that is also like a job. Harold is hosting. Thank you for the hosting, Harold. I appreciate that very much. If you are a subscriber, throw the Bear Cave emote in there and let people know that you are a subscriber. I'm going to throw the Bear Cave emotes in there and the Lego emote as well. Harold throws in a cheer. Thank you so much, Harold. We are in the Bear Cave here. I set up the green screen. I went all out. Originally, I wasn't going to do the green screen. I was just going to have just the black curtain behind me, but I was like, you know what? No, I didn't stream. Cool Jammer, you just flew back. Thank you for. I appreciate that very much, Martin. Hello, Martin. Mr. Bob, Lashbrook, the regulars are here. So good. I don't believe Asmo is here in the chat, but I met Asmo in person. I met Mr. Bob at PAX East. I met Asmo at PAX West. It fucking rules. I love that shit. If we're ever at the same place and you're a subscriber or a regular in the chat, please say hi. It's so nice. It was very cool that Asmo introduced himself as a regular because that's awesome. So last Monday, a week ago yesterday, was my last build stream. And my hands, they want to build. I hosted the Lego Challenge during PAX, which was filmed. It wasn't streamed, but it was filmed and will be up as soon as my editor gets done editing it. And I watched Charlie Chu and Abby Russell build Lego. And I was like, how come I'm not building in this show? Why did I make a show where people get to build things and I don't get to build them? I want to build. So we won't build today. I just didn't have the time, unfortunately. But we will build on Thursday. We'll do the Norn. We'll take a look at this here. So yeah. So for the next hour or so, we're gonna chat before I go to work about stuff we're working on. There's some new followers of this channel, thanks to PAX, which is awesome. Hello, new followers that might watch this later. My last video, my last build stream, got a lot of views recently as people kind of want to check out what I do. It is frustrating, but also rewarding when people come up and go, "Hey, I didn't know you did this. I know you from Giant Bomb, and I didn't know you did streams." It's like, I want more people to know. So that's kind of why I'm doing this, is to maybe get those new people. And then also, minorly, I'll say, if you're a subscriber and you use your Twitch coin, maybe since last Monday, your month was up and you got to renew because it doesn't auto renew. So maybe now's a great time to hit that renew button, like someone did. Somebody did. I don't know who. Someone did it. But yeah, first off, this is the Banshee Norn. We've been working on it. This is the kit that we've been working on. It's a real grade. We're going to continue that on Thursday. I think by mid-Saturday, we will finish this kit. So that's the thing we're working on. Working on the Norn. It's the real grade. It's beautiful colors. I don't know much about the Unicorn Gundam series. People have been telling me stuff about it. People are like, don't watch the TV show, watch the OVA. The TV show, it adds too much as they try to make it work, and the music isn't right. And I'm like, okay. But I will check it out someday. It's a big kit, even though it's a real grade. They pack a lot into the real grade. So that's fun. So that's something that's what we're working on next. That's what we work on Thursday. If we finish it on Saturday, I'm going to put a poll up tomorrow for my $10 plus Patreons, and they will be able to vote on the next kit we build. And we'll look at that. But first I thought, why don't we talk about swag that I got from PAX West? Now, I didn't get much because folks that were there, or folks that, were following me on Twitter know I worked my butt off. I was on a panel, Let's Rank It, Dave Lang. I believe you recorded audio for it. I also produced 3 other panels, 2 of which I hosted, one of which I don't host League of Heels, but I was very involved. Obviously, I produced the whole show. So, and we also ran our merch table for League of Heels. So I didn't get to do much, but on Monday, I went over to Oni and I picked up the Dream Daddy book. Now, this is going to sound like an ad for Oni. Oni Press, the comic publisher, I'm very good friends with Charlie Chu, who did my Lego panel, James Lucas, the publisher, and Brad Rooks, who's in charge of like their operations. He's like operations manager. They're my friends. I believe in the company. I love the company. I sound like a shill, and I kind of am, but I love them. So they produced the Dream Daddy comic. It's an anthology series. If you have it on Steam, if you have Dream Daddy on Steam, you can buy them digitally as DLC. And then at conventions, they're doing like an alt cover. All the alt covers are by Chris Onk, who's a beautiful artist and also a beautiful man. He's a wonderful person. Um, and then yeah, there's the regular cover, and then there's the alternate, which is the sketchbook. Which at New York Comic Con, I'm going to get someone to do a sketch for it. I don't know who. My hope is I can convince Kevin Wada, to do something for me because Kevin is unbelievable, and it would be cool for him to do something there. Maybe I'll ask him to do any Dream Daddy he'd like, or a Dream Daddy version of something. My buddy Brad from Oni has a Guile dream in the Dream Daddy style done in the sketchbook. Will Smith is hosting the stream. Thank you, Will. Oh, and then Oni Games. So they have now has a board game division. They're doing some tabletop games. They have a Scott Pilgrim game, and they're going to have a few other things available as well. And they made this cool spinner, and it's like it's a 20-sided spinner. It's like a 20-sided die, but it's a spinner, and it's a big pin. It's 2 buttons. But this is awesome. I've just been doing this, just spinning, and it is pretty cool. Hello, new people that are joining the chat. I'm going to throw the Bear Cave emote up in there. If you're a subscriber, throw that Bear Cave emote. Let the people know. What happened here? So you're a subscriber. If you want to throw that Bear Cave emote in there, also because nobody's in chat, talking in chat right now. So that's it's nice if we can get a little bit of chat. But yeah, so this is my only PAX West haul. I played 0 video games. I saw 0 video games. I talked to many people. I sold merchandise. That was my PAX. I posed for some photos. I signed some posters. Oh, let me show the poster. That's what I should show. First, I'm going to go to see if I'm going to go look at something here real quick. Hold on, sorry. Yeah, if you have any questions about PAX, about League of Heels, about anything like that, any comments you want to make, I will be happy to help answer those questions. Throw a question in the chat, or whatever you want to do in the chat. But yeah, I do have a poster. I'll show that. This is the League of Heels poster that we did. I'm going to put it down on the table because obviously green screen is messing it all up. But this is the apologies for the fan blowing air right at this, but this was the poster that Alexandra made. My overhead lighting doesn't do it justice. It's a beautiful piece. And it was really fun to be able to sign the Ox King for folks and to be able to like, yeah, this is mine. This is the thing I did. That has been pretty cool. Yeah, and this was the display copy, and I have one other copy set aside for Mr. Austin Walker, who didn't get to go by the booth. Now, I'll say this. There were some friends of mine at PAX West that didn't come to the booth. Ooh, I'm getting a real color. Getting really washed out today. I might adjust this here. Give me a second to do that. We filter this a little bit here, because I am pretty washed out. Let's do that. We'll just do that. That's better. You can see a little more of the background, but whatever. I'm more bright now. I don't mind that. That's fine by me. I'll just do this. Yeah, that's better. Yeah, so there were people who were working, and I understand they didn't come to the booth, but a few of my friends didn't come to the booth, and that was a bummer. I did have a good show, Harold. Harold, thank you for asking. PAX West was very fun. It was busy. So, and I didn't have Aaron Trites. Mr. Trites took the show off. His first PAX he's missed in years. And Isk, hello and welcome. Hi, Isk. So that was a bummer not having Aaron there. It was certainly tough. And it made being on so many panels and also running. Eric Canius, who you folks know, is the videographer for our many panels. He films the panels that I do. Is a fantastic person and a good dude. Was helped me out in the booth a lot, but not having Aaron meant that I really didn't leave the booth except when I had panels during the day. So that was rough. I didn't really get to experience PAX the way I like to experience PAX, which is like go see a random panel of a thing I'm not sure about, or go talk to people, go play games. So it was good overall. Pretty says I made it to League of Heels and Lego panels. They were awesome. Thank you so much. Yeah. So the Lego panel was not streamed, but it was filmed by Eric, and he'll edit it together, and we'll get it up on YouTube. I might do a screening of it here where I chat and with the chat. I've never done one of those like premieres before, so I might do a premiere, or I might just put it on YouTube and let you know. Speaking of which, I'll say it again and a little later, but right now I'll throw out the link to the improvised postmortem. The improvised postmortem was a panel I did on Friday night, and it went incredibly well. It has become one of my favorite things to do at PAX. Despite the fact that we did have an accident where someone almost got hurt, but luckily didn't, but did fucking fall off the stage. Kate is fine. But yeah, Improvised Postmortem was cool, but it was tough. So I said a little earlier that my $10 Patreon supporters, every month they get to vote on what kit I do next. I put polls up. And I have some kits. We're going to look at them right now. And maybe these are all going to go poll up tomorrow, so my Patreon backers can figure out what I should build next. The first thing that is up is the high grade from Gundam Wing, the Death Scythe Hell, or the Death Scythe H, as it says here. So, we have built every Death Scythe in Master Grade they make. We've built the Death Scythe. We've built the Death Scythe Hell Custom, which is from Endless Waltz. We've never built the Death Scythe Hell. They don't make a Master Grade of that, but they make a high grade of that. So we're going to build that. That is on the docket. I purchased this my fucking self. I bought this with my own goddamn money because it's the only Death Scythe I don't own and haven't built. So it's a high grade, so it's a nice fast grade. But pushing your seat backwards 2 inches is the new turn on the fog machine. You're right. Cool Jammer, you're totally right. Ugh. They also list a high grade of the Chinese Gundam. The Shenlong Gundam with the double arms, which I don't know what they make of that Gundam, but I might have to get that high grade. Anyway, I don't usually build high grades, as you know. They couldn't even get all the hell in the box. Yes, Last Brook. I'm sure that's why it just says age. I have to take some water. I apologize for that. I really threw out my voice this weekend, so now I'm kind of fighting it. You weren't the only power-style people fell off the stage. Late night dub fight had 2 people fall off stage and knock over the Twitch curtain. Wow. Jeez. 2 improv panels with injuries. That's rough. Yeah, they should put guards on the back of those podiums, the platforms. They don't. Anyway, normally we work in master grades. This is a high grade. But I also want to say that this high grade is 1996, which makes this, when we start building it, the oldest kit we've ever built. We usually build reissues a lot. The Unicorn Gundam that we're building, the Banshee Norn, is 2018. So to actually build something that is this old, I'm excited about. It's a very old kit, and I can't wait to build it. I've built this before as a child or teen, but never as a adult builder. Very excited about it. So this is going to be one of the things people want. They were at the Westin, so it was the other streaming theater. Yeah. Yeah, I know. It's like, it was very strange that there were some people falling off stage this time. Another kit we could build. It's a smaller kit. This is a 193-piece Ray Speeder. And It's a small little kit that when built might not even fit in this box. This box is pretty small. But you get Ray and you get a Thug. It's a small little kit, Lego kit. I've done Lego in a bit, so it'll be good to do that. But I do have 3 Lego kits up for grabs, so I know that folks have said they would be interested in me building kits that aren't Star Wars. I've been in the Ninjago series of kits, so don't worry about it. I've got more Ninjago stuff that I can be building this month. Um, for instance, this thing for the movie. This is the water. What is this? The Water Strider. I like this because it's a weird looking kit. I love the colors. I love the kind of aqua blue. I think this looks really neat. I'm a sucker for samurai swords, ninja swords. Got a eye patch guy. Yeah, this looks like a fun kit. I'm excited to build it. I gotta adjust my settings here again. Hold on. Checking the filters. Chroma was good. I'm filming in the afternoon, obviously, and that is usually different for me. Okay, that looks better. We'll just do that. Great. Okay. Um, really hoping to make it to PAX next year. Used all my vacation time this year. Wasn't able to make it the trip. ISK. I mean, I know. I do a lot of dumb things, but it's very fun to do panels, and I really enjoy the panels I do. I'm going to be in. I announced it. We're coming to Unplugged. League of Heels will have a table in Bandland, and we will have uh, a panel, and then I will do one other panel. I am going to do the Lego Challenge once more. I can announce that one of my panelists for Lego Challenge will be Trin Garitano of Kickstarter, formerly of Cards Against Humanity, and of Friend Shipping Podcast. Trin will be a guest on my Lego Challenge, taking on an unnamed competitor, because I haven't booked it yet. I don't know who it's going to be, because I don't know everybody that's going. But then also, League of Heels, Everyone Can Wrestle, will be doing a panel. And we promised last year we'd do it, but then we went to Australia instead, so we didn't do that. But yeah, this is one of the Lego kits, and then I have one other Lego kit that I can't wait to build. Unfortunately, really difficult at any time off approved in late November and any December. Get Jen, make them fight. Yeah, I don't think Jen is going to be at. I mean, I can ask, but I don't think Jen is going to be at PAX Unplugged. So this is also from the Ninjago movie. And it rules. I already built one dragon from Ninjago. I built that blue dragon. Now we got this green Chinese dragon, the green ninja mech dragon. It's a mech dragon. Instead of a luck dragon, it's a mech dragon. This thing looks so cool. I mean, it's similar in construction to the other dragon we built. It's almost, I mean, it seems almost identical. So other than the head is very different. But the tail looks like pretty much identical. So it's very similar to the last dragon we built, but comes with different people. This guy's definitely evil. He's got a laser cannon, but looks pretty cool. Looks kind of like Shredder or a samurai, which Shredder looks like samurai. Yeah, Isk, I understand. But I mean, I'm not going to be at PAX South next year, but I still think PAX South is cool. PAX West is cool. PAX East is cool. Yeah, I mean, we can look at the other. Obviously, it's going to look better at this shot there. Looks pretty cool, right? So this is one of the kits that I have the ability to build that will go up, like I said. My Patreon, which I'll plug now. I have a Patreon. The $10 club gets to vote on kits that I build. I put a poll up on what I should build next, and they get to decide what that is, which is really cool of them. So that's the Patreon. The $5 get videos done early. They'll get this video today. Everyone else will have to wait till tomorrow to watch this archive. That's how I run my YouTube. The same thing with any other video I make. And then I have an Amazon wish list. So the next thing I'm going to show you was bought off that wish list. I believe by Harold. Harold, am I wrong? Or did you? I'm going to put the link there. It's in the show description. It's also here in the chat. Harold, did you send me this? This Pokemon model kit? I believe you did. If you didn't, I apologize both to you and to whoever did send this that I forgot. It's a very small little thing. I've been kind of waiting for like a gap in a show to do this, where like I finish something up and I have plenty of time left, and I don't want to start a new project. There's a lot of stickers to this piece because you're doing the three dragons here. You did not, Harold. Well, then I apologize. Uh, Pat, the kit you haven't said anything to Kid Boo. Okay, well then I apologize. If you watched the archive of this and you sent this kit to me, please let me know. Harold, I apologize. I thought this was you. Sorry about that. Hey, the Kid Boo was awesome. Mr. Bob says the kit I bought you should be there by next Wednesday. If not, I would advise not moving for at least 6 months. Don't worry, I won't. I have no plans on moving. But also, thank you for sending me a kit. I'm going to update my Amazon wish list. I just put it in the link there. This was bought off Amazon wish list. These are small little kits. This is a 45-minute project. I got to redo it because the stuff at the top of my page does not have is not Amazon Prime worthy or ready. So I like to put those kind of towards the top, things that people can just auto click on. And I have to update. Yeah. The Sandrock is the only Gundam Wing main kit I haven't built yet. The main Gundam. I should probably do that at some point. I wouldn't mind doing that Gundam Kai model kit, the Astra Red, because that's beautiful. But yeah, there's some stuff up there that I would like to do. And and then at the bottom of that wish list, I just put some shit like, I don't know, a better graphics card than I've got. Graphics cards are going down in price. I don't know. If you got Amazon gift cards, maybe you can do that. But yeah, like I said, this kit is something that I will build at some point. And they're a fun little kit. Let's see. I'm gonna drink another sip of water here. I apologize again that I cannot talk to you about any. We'll go this. I apologize again that I cannot chat with you about any games I played at PAX. I can only tell you what other people said because I did not have any firsthand experience because I was chained to a booth. And I was focused on making sales and figuring things out. PAX West is kind of unique for us because PAX East is Aaron's hometown, and he has his brother and his parents there, so it's very easy to move supplies and stuff like that. When we do Unplugged in Philly, we have Ozone, Owen, who does a lot of our graphics, and we can lean on Owen to help us out a bit, and also it's not too much to ship things there. PAX West, I was a little worried about shirts going because we have some friends. We don't really have anyone that we can really lean on that I feel comfortable leaning on there. And then also, the last day of PAX is Labor Day, so you can't even FedEx stuff. But we were able to arrange some things. My good friends at Oni, who I pimped earlier, took care of us. Both Brady and Cool Jammer mentioned the Quiet Man demo. I heard Jeff Gersman talk about it. I heard Patrick Klepek talk about it. And I heard Austin Walker talk about it. It sounds like it was the game to play to not expect much. So that'll be interesting to go look at. Okay, so the only actual video game I played all weekend was I tested a lot of Wrestling Revolution 3D. Now, I did that on my YouTube channel. You can watch my look at it. I took a Let Pat Play look at that game. It's terrible. I don't recommend buying it. But I did play it, and I was excited to play it. And I played it leading into practicing to make sure that I had the right settings for the League of Heels show because they were that game is terrible. But I like here's the thing. I said this before. You can tab over to become the referee. So we had to make sure there's no referee. Sometimes countouts don't work. Sometimes the characters start with weapons and they immediately just get disqualified, so you want to make sure that you do that. It plays okay. It's not a good video game. Harold, you're right. It's not a good video game. But it is kind of perfect for League of Heels because the action is more fun to watch than I think some other wrestling games. Lashbrook asks, were you worried more about shirts than VHS tapes? I figured they'd be bulkier and heavier. So Lashbrook, the best benefit I had about the VHS tapes was I didn't have to get rid of them. Eric Kinnis, who's our video producer, I mentioned him a couple times today. He made those VHS tapes. He's making the profit off those VHS tapes, so he did all the legwork to do that. Um, so he took. We sold half of his stock. We sold 50 something. I think maybe 51, 52 tapes, and he took the rest in his car driving back to Canada. So I didn't have to worry about those. If he wants me to sell them at PAX Unplugged, he's got to get them to me. So I had to worry about the shirts and the posters and the other merch and the setup stuff we use, the various equipment and that kind of stuff. Not much, but a little bit of stuff. So, yes, WrestleMania 2000. Well, I mean, here's the thing. As you know, Harold, there's only one N64 in the whole universe that plays wrestling games, and Aaron Trites happens to own it. So, it's still in jail, and we're hoping that we can get access to it when we go back to PAX East because we're Kate Stark's wish at the League of Heels show was that we bring the Rumble back. So we're bringing the Rumble back to PAX East where it all started. We're coming home. So hopefully we'll be able to use that N64. And the nice thing is that we do have wonderful tech people, former Harmonix employees. Our tech crew at PAX East is fantastic. And one of them owns a Framemeister. So we actually get the best looking version of the N64 possible, which is pretty cool. And also makes it easier to set up because they just have to get an HDMI cable out of the Framemeister, which is very helpful. And audio out as well. But yeah, Wrestling Revolution 3D, like I said, on my YouTube channel, you can watch that. It's bad. It's a bad game. It's a very bad game, but it's also kind of fun and kind of brilliant. I don't know. I'd be interested to play it mobile and see what happens. We'll see. The show we're doing in Philly at Unplugged, we're gonna do tabletop and card games. Not sure what those are gonna be, but that's the plan. I think that's gonna be pretty cool. And of course, I'll have a table in Bandland. People will be able to buy merch. Word has it that we'll have a poster and maybe a new shirt. Maybe a new shirt. I don't know. I mean, the possibility of a new shirt that we haven't sold before. Ooh. Or, I don't know. I don't know yet. I have to see. We'll have to see. It's months away, and I also kind of want to take like a couple days to not think about PAX because it was a lot of work. It was great, but it was a lot of work. I like everything good. It was a lot of work. Because I said, I had a panel Friday night. I was on a panel Saturday afternoon, ran a panel Saturday night, was on a panel Sunday afternoon, and then about an hour into to opening the store, because the nice thing I want to say is, folks were awesome. On Sunday, we opened late, but some people had seen the panel for the first time and came and bought merch, and it was a flurry of sales, and it was awesome. And then my voice just gave way, and I'm fighting to get it back, and it's on its way back. There is a WWE themed Uno game. We played that in one of the 2 PAX Easts ago when we had the afternoon show. We had a team of board game people take on Alex Navarro and the 2 masked wrestlers that we never found out who those masked wrestlers were. But that did not go well. That was poorly planned and poorly executed. I want to give a shout out to Felix Kramer, who won our I Quip match and won a game of Quiplash 2 with custom questions supplied by me. Felix is now the first ever Jeff Green Belt champion. It's a green belt. Just a green karate belt. It's the best. And I bought. I don't know what the sizes are. I bought an 8.5, which is not the highest, not the biggest belt. But when I got it. I was like, oh, this is too much belt, and especially for Felix, who is not a big person, that is very big karate belts. I'm very excited that they're our champion. I do not know when the first defense will be for that, but it will be at some point. I thought the terribleness was intentional. Um, so oftentimes, Harold, our terribleness is intentional. I will say though that having someone who is playing the game also holds a big iPad, and that's the way to do the overhead shot, is poor planning. Most likely, we will do. Folks that were there live for the Lego Challenge saw that I had the laptop on stage and was running OBS, um, the open broadcast, which I'm using here. I'm using OBS here, and I had a webcam on a arm, which is actually this arm that I'm pointing at, the arm that faces down. This arm right there. I had this arm pointed at the table, and then I had another webcam, which is the one that's facing me now, and I could do some shots with that, and I rarely use that. Um, Hello, your big ass is mine. 1, 2, 3. Welcome to this PAX West wrap up, where we're chatting about what happened at PAX West and talking about what this channel is. We had some new followers, some new people joining us because they saw me promote the fact that I have a stream where I build. Either they went to my Lego panel or one of the other panels where I promoted that I have this Twitch. Um, but yeah, I figured out in the Lego challenge, which the video will be up, like I said, hopefully at the end of the week, maybe next week. That I did do some work on getting that together and figuring out a good way to display that live. And we'll do that. We'll do like some of those shots using OBS when we have time for board games and tabletop games. Maybe have somebody just hold a camera above, do something like that. I'm not sure. I'm not sure how it's going to work, but we'll find some way to do it, and it'll be cool. I do have a pole arm that has a webcam attachment on it that could work, but I don't know. Brady is now following. Thank you very much for that follow. Yeah, if you're not following, if you just like follow the link on my Twitter, I always tweet when I'm streaming, but if you follow, you can set your notifications and you can find out when I stream. I will be back on Thursday and Saturday, my normal build schedules. Um, your big ass, I do not have. My biggest opinion on it is that I'm not interested in watching amateur boxing. I'm not really interested in professional boxing. So, people who are not actually trained to box, I'm kind of not interested in watching them do it. Um, if I was more invested in either of those people as YouTube personalities or as entertainers, because I'm not super into following them, I would probably have a stronger feeling on it. Um, like if the one of the people that I watch that does a lot of, oh, thank you for the follow, appreciate that. Um, one of the YouTube people that I follow, if Pro ZD was getting into an amateur boxing match, then I would be like, Sungwon, why are you doing this? But I would be more invested because Sungwon makes stuff that I really like. So I would be invested in his amateur boxing fight. But in general, uh, there was that boxing special on Fox years ago where they got a bunch of celebrities to box each other, and it wasn't great, you know? Because they're not professional fighters. And I in general like seeing people who are skilled at things do the things they're skilled at, you know? Uh, that's kind of my opinion on it. I actually had more to say about it than I thought I would, so that's fun. I didn't think I was going to have, I actually had an opinion on that. But yeah, like, I don't know. I guess I'll say this. If people want to settle their differences, oh, my voice cracked. Apologies for that. If Yes, I did see the low tax versus Uwe Boll fight. If people want to fight in the ring to settle their differences instead of making endless diss videos, I approve that because I feel like diss videos generally are a waste of time. I think a good call out video now and again when you're like, hey, I have an opinion on this and I need to talk about this right now. Let's talk about it. I think that can be fine. But if you make it your business um, to make just videos where you attack other YouTubers so that you can be more successful, and then they make videos for that and everyone gets more views, I don't know. I feel icky about that. But then, like, What do I know? I'm a small streamer, right? I'm an affiliate. Oh yes, that was Celebrity Boxing, Harold. Yes, Celebrity Boxing. I remember they had many celebrities fighting each other, and it was kind of tough to watch because there are celebrities out there who have a boxing background or a professional or independent wrestling background or any kind of fighting skills, those kind of things, and I like that. I don't mind that, but like it's kind of tough when it's just like, oh, you're not really training. Also, here's the thing: I feel like Logan Paul doesn't have time to train to be a boxer because he's online all the time. So like, he probably didn't have enough time to be ready for it. It's like that's the problem about being a streamer who streams all the time, makes content all the time. You probably don't have a lot of time to like really train in the gym. You're probably just doing it to continue your workout regimen. Uh, your big ass is mine. I am here right now in New York City. I was born in Connecticut. I live in New York. Stream out of New York. Thank you for the description. Using your Twitch Prime token. Gamacum. I'm going to say it's Gamacum or Gam. Thank you, Gam, for that. It's very nice of you to do that. Um, yeah, I'm an affiliate here, small time streamer. Been doing it for about a year. I stream on Thursdays and Saturdays from 9 p.m. to 11 p.m. Eastern. I do 4 hours a week of build streams. This is just my wrap up stream because I didn't stream at all. I streamed last Monday, a week ago yesterday was the last time I streamed because I was at PAX, so I couldn't stream during the weekend because of working the table. I in the future I'm gonna hope to be able to like do something like either the night before where I was staying. The internet was not good enough to justify doing any kind of stream, unfortunately. But in the future, I would like to do some like a build stream while I'm traveling, especially for PAX Unplugged, which I'm going to next, or PAX East. I can bring some of my gear with me because I'm taking the train, not a flight to Seattle. Um, I will be at New York Comic Con. Our schedule will not differ at all because of New York Comic Con. I will still stream on Thursdays and Saturdays because, as stated, I live in New York. So I will do all the stuff I need to do there, and then I will just come back here to stream at night. Have my setup going. Maybe I'll even do something extra. I don't know. I haven't decided yet. I might do something that Friday. I may or may not be on panels, but most likely they will not be at night. They will be during the day. And I don't think they'll be streamed, but hopefully they'll be recorded for the future. Let's see here if there's anything. Yeah, if there's any questions you had about PAX West, about what I do here. As I said, the next kit, I'm still working on the Gundam Banshee Norn from Unicorn Gundam. That is the real grade kit, which is a small 144 scale, but has a lot of tricks and is a really detailed kit. We're still working on that. We got at least one more stream for that, and then we'll work on the next stream after that. All right. Well, thank you very much, Yor. You gotta go. It's late over there. I understand. I was hoping that Johnny will be able to watch us today, as many people in the chat know. Johnny Warps is Smash Mouth on the stream. Smash Mouth is overseas from where I am, and sometimes only is watching us when he has insomnia. So I was hoping he'd be able to hang out, but I don't normally do afternoon streams. So right now, 404ing it is retired. I do think it will come back at PAX East. I'm not sure. It's the thing with 404ing it is, one, I love it. I love doing it. It's what brought me to the table, but it's a lot of prep work. And since I had to prep the League of Heels show by myself because Aaron wasn't there, I knew I wouldn't be able to give the attention it needed. So I decided to try the Lego Challenge, which the only really setup we had was setting up a webcam in OBS and buying a couple kits. So I went with the simpler, and of course, Improvised Postmortem is very simple to set up. It's a great show, and people seem to like it. But that doesn't require much effort on my part in the months leading up. Also, most panels at PAX don't require people to do homework. For it, I asked 3 people to find videos they like on a theme and send them to me. So it's a lot of work. I will do it again. I won't do it at Unplugged. But hopefully at East, I'll bring it back. Also, Aaron Trites should be at East, which means I won't have to do League of Heels all by myself, and I won't have to run a table all by myself. So that'll give me a little more leeway to do 404ing it. But yeah, not 100% guaranteed. Uh, right now, it's very funny that I have 4 panels I can do at PAX, but that's too many panels. So I won't be doing the improvised postmortem at Unplugged because like the numbers, I just don't have the same right people for that. And also, I'm looking to make more friends in the board game space, but most of the people I know are kind of into video games, so I don't think it would necessarily work there. And also, I don't want to do that many panels. Um, and with that, I think I'm going to wrap things up. I'm going to take a sip of water here. Thank you very much for joining me today. I'll be back on Thursday at 9 p.m. Eastern Time to continue building model kits for you to watch. Twitch.tv/Pat Baer. Subscribe if you're interested. We just got a subscription. We got another subscription from Canadian Papa Bear. Well, from one bear to another. Papa Bear, thank you so much for the subscription. That's so awesome. I really do appreciate it. The money I get from subscribers, from Patreon backers, from people that use the coffee tip jar, all of that goes to me buying kits so that I can do the show for people. That's the goal, is to buy kits so that I can keep building kits, because it does get pricey. So thank you for that. Thank you very much. I do appreciate that. Um, my build streams are very similar in that they are cozy, kind of relaxed streams like the Lego Challenge. But there is going to be a bit more swearing because, hey, there were kids in the audience, and of course there were. I had an 11 a.m. Sunday stream. 11 a.m. Sunday is also often Kids Day, and it's advertised as the Lego Challenge. So of course kids were going to show up, but I was not expecting that. It was cool though. So that's about it. I'm gonna wrap things up. Thank you so much for watching. We are all just big kids. On Thursday, we'll talk about the anime. I have to catch up. I only caught 2 shows. So I have to catch up on my other stuff. I mean, I haven't seen Cells at Work yet. I gotta watch Cells at Work. So for Thursday, I'll be caught up on some anime. We'll be able to talk about anime stuff. We'll talk about All Systems Goku, the Giant Bomb's Goku, or sorry, Dragon Ball panel or podcast. I lost words. I gotta go. I gotta go to work. I want to thank you all for joining me on this kind of like somewhat impromptu. Yesterday, I was like, I should stream when I get back tomorrow. So I'm glad you were able to hang out for that. Thank you all so much. Thanks for the new subscribers. Thanks for the new followers. And I'll see you on Thursday for one more Baer Workshop. Bye-bye.